gluten-free, no flour cookies. This is my first time baking cookies without flour, and it should turn out good, right? So I have oats, I have wheat bran, I have chia seeds, and I had some roasted peanuts. And I'm going to combine all of these ingredients to make um, gluten-free cookies. So what I've done is add water, maybe about a cup of water, right, and stir. The aim of this was to just get the chia seeds to swell at least, because I didn't boil them, right? And then I add my sugar. And so I wanted to mix out the sugar crystals, right? And make sure that it's it's well mixed out, right? So after adding my sugar, I just continue to mix and added more sugar, right? So I would say add about half cup of sugar. I typically don't make my cookies sweet. Add salt to try to bring out the flavor, right? And I use sea salt, right? And just a tablespoon of salt based on the amount that you want to make, right? I don't usually measure, I just estimate. So after adding those ingredients, just mix. And yeah, I was really waiting for the chia seeds to kind of swell, right? So then I'm going to add my wheat bran. This is just added fiber. I don't like to feel constipated, so this is very important, right? So after adding my wheat bran, again, you want to stir to get all of these mixture combined. Now typically when you use flour, it's to make the mixture come together more cohesively. And to think that I'm not adding flour, it will turn out horrible, well, not so, right? So after mixing, I added cinnamon to taste, right? This is to give a little flavor, but you could even add coconut to this to even give more flavor. But for now, I'm just using cinnamon, right? After adding my cinnamon, I mix. Look at that texture, right? And as a person that don't eat their sweet treats with gluten, you could always try this if you're a person that don't like to add flour, right? I think the oats is a good substitute, although I'm not using oats flour. I'm just using the oats, right, and combine it. This is very good for your digestion, right? So I'm adding sufficient oats and just combine it. So it's cohesing as if I added flour, but I didn't, right? And this is good for persons that like the sweet treats. As I said, without flour, you could definitely make this. And I'm vegan, so I'm always experimenting in my kitchen to find, you know, meal ideas that I could enjoy, but is a little bit different from the conventional method of conventional recipes, right? And just continue to mix, and you'll see the mixture coming together as if you added flour. But just trust the process, right? This turned out really well, right? Add your coconut oil. I don't really use butter. I mostly use coconut oil or olive oil. For most part, I use coconut oil. Right? So the texture is coming out very nice. At this point, I could have just eat this just so, but no. It has to go through the baking, right? To turn into a cookie, right? Just continue to mix the mixture. I was, I don't know, but I added baking powder, right? I dilute it first and then I'm just going to add it to the mixture using the same spoon, that's fine, right? As I did here, right? About a tablespoon of baking powder, right? Add it to the mixture. It's just to aid it in rising, but I think the baking powder here didn't do much, but I still added it. I wanted the cookies to be a little bit more crispy, but they turned out really well. So you see the texture coming together very nicely. Now it's just to grease your tin and place it on the baking tray. Heat your oven typically about 350 degrees, right, and place it to bake. Right, so just make sure you mix out your ingredients properly. Right, and I think that's sufficient. Now I added the cookies in small cookie shape on the tray and I baked for 20 minutes, and this is how it turned out. You see, it turned out like really good, as if I added flour but I didn't, right? So I enjoyed it. I ate within 2 days these were all finished. Tastes really well. And if you enjoy this video, like, share, comment. If you have any tips to share with me, I look forward for it. I'm not the best cook in the kitchen, but the more you try, the more you improve. Look at that. Very healthy and very tasty. So try this recipe. Tell me what you think. All right. We are justified by the living.